Apple had their California streaming presentation where they announced new updates to their devices. In this video, I'm going to tell you what those updates are, and obviously, as always, my opinion regarding the whole thing. Let's get to it. Okay, let's start off with the thing that they promoted first, which was the update to the original iPad. Yes, that thing is still around, and it's apparently not going anywhere anytime soon. The original iPad, the update that it has is basically a new processor, which is the A13, which is not really new because it's actually 2 iPhones ago processor, but hey, it makes the iPad 20% faster than the previous model. So any update is good. And aside from that, they get to keep the iPad going on for a little bit longer since the new processor will be able to get newer updates. It keeps the 10.2 Retina display, and now it has the True Tone feature. For those of you who don't know, True Tone is basically depending on the lighting that you have in the room that you are using the iPad, it'll change the color temperature on the iPad itself. So if you're in a bright room like I am right now, it'll probably give me a color on the iPad which is really blue and intense. And if I go someplace darker, then it'll probably give me like a more brownish type color. That's the best way to describe it, is a little bit brown of the color. It'll have a 12 megapixel front camera, and this camera will have the center stage feature, which was first promoted with the new iPad Pros. Center stage is something that I didn't think would come to the new iPad, but it's a welcome update. So for such a cheap iPad, you can get center stage. For those of you who have not seen my previous videos, center stage basically tries to keep you in focus at the center of the video when you're FaceTiming, and now they're including video recording. And you will also, if somebody else walks up next to you, it'll zoom out so everybody can be in the image. For those of you interested, the new iPad will cost $329. That's for a 64 gigabyte configuration, and you can change that up to 256 gigabytes. It'll cost you $479. So for the 150, just around dollar difference, it's better for you to go with the 256 if you're going to be buying this iPad. Pre-orders start the same day as the event, and they will start shipping on September the 24th. The next announcement that Apple made was an update to the iPad mini. I almost said iPad Air. Anyways, the reason why I almost said iPad Air because is right now the iPad mini comes with an iPad Air-like design. The only difference basically is that the volume buttons have been moved to the top at the same area of the Touch ID. Oh, I gave that away. The Touch ID power button, it'll now have that since it's basically a full screen display now. The volume has been moved up to that area so you can have your area to be able to charge the Apple Pencil 2, which it will support, the Apple Pencil 2 obviously. It'll come with an A15 Bionic processor, which is the same one as the one in the new iPhones that we're going to be talking about later on. It'll have the same 12 megapixel camera as the one I just mentioned before from the iPad with the center stage feature. It'll come in various colors, still a little bit pastel for those people like. And for those of you interested, the prices will start at $499 for 64 gigabytes, and you can bump it up to 256 gigabytes for $649. Pre-order started the same day as the event, and they will also be shipping on September 24th. The next update is the one that for me was the funniest update of them all, which is the one for the Apple Watch Series 7. I didn't think that Apple would actually dare to make excitement out of absolutely nothing, but then again, it's Apple, and they keep surprising me. This is an absolutely nothing of an update. The only change that the Apple Watch Series 7 gets is that the screen is even more edge to edge now. For those people looking at the watch from far away, they're probably not going to notice the difference. It's only going to be for people that they ask, let me see what the time is. They're probably going to notice the difference. Everybody else is probably not even going to notice the difference. So it was hilarious because everybody was expecting a brand new design to go with the iPhone 12 design, but no, Apple pulled a fast one on everybody. It kept the same old rounded edge design. So, oh well, right? Anyways, as another feature update, it came with a charger that'll charge 33% faster thanks to it being USB-C now. For those of you interested, prices stay the same, starting at $399. And basically the colors, which is the only other thing that they announced, is blue, midnight, which is the black, they just call it midnight, starlight, which is the white, green, blue, and I already said blue, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Anyways, and product red. They did not even announce when this new Apple Watch is coming out. No changes to the design, only to the screen, and apparently they're delayed until further notice. Way to go, Apple. Way to make excitement out of absolutely nothing. Now to the stars of the show, which are the iPhones. They announced brand new iPhones across the line. We're going to start talking about the 13 and the 13 mini. Yes, it's called the iPhone 13s. They stay at the same size, 5.4 inch for the iPhone mini and 6.1 inch for the iPhone 13. New improvements to the camera, which I'm going to talk about maybe not completely in this one, but I will be saying everything that it has on the next one, including improvements to get better low light performance, and also stability will come across all devices now. This was a feature that was only available for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It is now available across the line for when you shoot video. It'll be more stable, the video, and I've actually seen people who bought the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and you can actually tell the difference. It does have a little bit more stability. It's kind of like having a mini gimbal. For those of you who have a gimbal know what I'm talking about. A15 Bionic chip, which is the same one that was indicated before with the iPad mini. And for those of you interested, prices will start at $699 for the iPhone 13 mini. The iPhone 13 will start at $799, and it'll have a basic configuration of 128 gigabytes. You can bump that up to 512. Obviously, it'll be more expensive depending on the phone and depending the configuration that you pick. These will be available pre-orders starting on September 17th, and they will start shipping on September 24th. And finally, we get to the Pro models. iPhone 13 Pro and iPhone 13 Pro Max. They will keep the same sizes just like the other ones, 6.1 inch and 6.7 inches. New Sierra blue color, which is for some reason intriguing to me, even though I've criticized the pastel colors a lot. But this is actually not really pastel. It's more of a really light blue, and I like blue. It's just me. Anyways. Upgrades to the camera that also include the stabilization, the better low light performance, etc., which I mentioned before, and a new cinematic mode that will also be available across the line, and that really surprised me. Cinematic mode, what it does is basically give the phone the performance or the capability to record like an actual video camera. When you record with a video camera, not everything is able to be seen clearly. Mostly if you're focusing on a person or an object, everything else is blurred. That doesn't happen when you record with a phone. It will with this new cinematic mode. So for example, if you're looking at me right now, and let's say that in the video that I'm recording, I turn to look at what's on the TV, I can have live the phone switch from me to the background being important, so it'll refocus everything and then switch it right back. So that's a pretty nice feature actually to have. I actually I can't wait to try that one out. Yes, I'm getting the iPhone 13 Pro Max. The reason I'm getting it is I have an iPhone XS Max. It's about time to update my phone, so I will be doing that. Anyways, for those of you interested, which I thanked when they set the prices, I actually cheered when they announced the prices, is that the iPhones will remain at the same price. It was being rumored that the Pro models specifically could have had a price bump because of the delays in processing, etc. It'll stay at the same price, $999 for the Pro and $1,099 for the Pro Max. And they will also be available for pre-order on September 17th and start shipping by September 24th. Okay, what is my opinion regarding the event? Well, the event overall, it was okay. I've seen worse from Apple. That is, the expectations are really low. So I actually enjoyed this one. I don't know if it's because I was gonna get a new iPhone and I just wanted to see what it had. It could be that. I'm not saying that it isn't, but I actually enjoyed, especially the part of the Apple Watch. Oh, something I didn't mention regarding the iPhone, the Pro models are getting 120 hertz refresh rate. They can go down to 10 hertz and all the way up to 120 hertz refresh rate. So when you scroll, it will be just smooth like butter like it is on the iPad Pro models. Anyways, getting back to the event, I enjoyed it. It was hilarious that they didn't do any updates to the Apple Watch that were significant. They didn't even talk about a new processor with the Apple Watch, which is weird. I mean, I don't know if they didn't upgrade the watch. They don't have a date for it. It's wow. It was really, really, really impressive what they did of making a hype out of absolutely nothing in the case of the watch. The update to the iPad, it's okay, though I believe, just keep the iPad Mini Air and the Pro. The iPad, I know for people, college people and kids, it might be a good idea to buy a really cheap iPad, but I just don't see it. I don't know if it's still their best-selling iPad, but anyways. And obviously, the editing, amazing as always. Those transitions are awesome. So Apple just keeps getting better and better and better. That producer keeps getting better and better and better. Anyways, if you like this video, please hit the like button right below me. Also, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. Go ahead, hit that button down there. If you have a Google account like Gmail, you have a YouTube account. So go ahead and sign in to your YouTube app and subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when we have new videos and help us grow. Remember, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube. Ask J.R. Abrams Tech so you can stay up to date with the latest news and rumors about tech. Until next time.